Roche. Look at these little bitty tootsies right here. They're so little. Hello, Peachers Meachers. That's Roche. Hey! So all this time I thought this was a girl, but I think it's a boy, I'm not sure. Still limping. Charles. Roche. And I'm being nudged by Harlow. Hi, Harlow. Say, well, it's going to be spelled like Harlot, but it's really Harlow. That's going to be that's my name. I'm the most adorable. Yes, yes. Little tiny putty tats with tiny little tootsies. Look at that. You know what sucks? They're just babies. Pregnant with babies. Not this one. This is just Tiny Dancer. What is happening? Excuse me. Excuse me. Why are you always trying to rub on my left foot? For those of you who don't know, I have extremely sensitive left foot. And Tux is always trying to rub on it. Makes me want to murder him. Red rum. Red rum. Marsha. Marcy! Oh my goodness! Oh! And that's my back end. Oh no! Hello. Hey, hello. Praline's around here somewhere. Praline? There she is. Hi. She's even smaller. She's so tiny. So tiny. Oh, little bitty. This one's little bitty. She's so little. She's smaller than them. I'm calling her Praline. Yes. She's tinier. Probably the same age though, but she's smaller. Still just as prego. Should not be happening. Okay, so I don't know how anyone can allow such little kittens or young cats. They aren't that old at all. I mean, their paws are still tiny. How do you allow that to happen and be okay with it? And how do you abandon them under those conditions as well? Like, they aren't just ferals. They were somebody's kittens, obviously. They were somebody's cats as kittens. Somebody's cats as kittens. Something like that. I don't know how many they had. I don't know how many they took with them. I don't know. But I feel like I know the majority of the cats that they had because I fixed most of them. Woman back here that passed away, her partner of many years or whatever, I only know this because I looked up her obituary. I guess they had kids together, or maybe he had kids before him. I don't know. They were adult children at this point. I met them. They weren't very there. And I don't know if it was just, I don't think it was a disability. I think they were just, I don't know. But I know that they were adult children living with them, and young adult children, and which isn't a bad thing. I'm not saying anything wrong with that. But before, whenever I'd asked them to help me get them fixed, they swore they were their dad's cats, and that they didn't have any say in it or anything like that, right? And I briefly met the woman. She must have just gotten off work and was tired or whatever. Wasn't really in the mood to talk, or she could have just been a not nice person. But according to things that I read about her in her obituary and comments, she seemed like she was a cool person. And I remember her posting on Nextdoor, and she seems nice. So I don't know if this was one of those, this is a messed up situation I'm in because nobody wants to get off their butt and do anything, and it stressed her out more because she was the only one working, or I don't know all this stuff. You know how stuff like that happens. I don't pretend to know that situation. I do know that I was just constantly pissed off because she at one point had asked me in the group of the community cats in this area, and I told her, and then she didn't ever respond after that, and it was like a whole thing. And I tried to talk to her several times. I tried to leave messages, like there was never any response about it. Well, now I'm hearing that the adult kids, are talking about how the cats were hers. I mean, how do you do that? How can you say that about someone when clearly that was not the case when they were here, for one? But I mean, that should tell you about their character. But I mean, who could do that to this? Look at these adorable kitties. Hi, Arlo. Arlo. I'm such a pretty little girl. Just a little girl. Hi, beautiful. Praline. Hello. I just will not focus on her whatsoever. It's back there. Focus on hers. The hellos. These are out. But how can you do that to these hosts? They're so tiny. Their heads are smaller than my hand. Like, they're smaller than my hand. How? How could you do this to them? I get that these kind of people exist in the world, but I can't knowingly do something like that to them. I couldn't do that.